Well, musty smells, mold, sagging floors, water, these are all common crawl space issues, but don't worry because Crawl Space Solutions of Arkansas has you covered. We've got John back with us today with more. Welcome back.
Yeah, welcome back.
Thanks for being here.
Yeah, I always appreciate it. Really do.
Absolutely.
Sure.
Now, you have been in the business since 2008.
Correct.
What have you seen change in terms of the building code?
Well, when this all started in '99, the building code was not very conducive to crawl spaces the way we do them now. So in the last 26 years, what we found is, the science has really backed what we do. Is what's best for the house, what's best for the homeowner, who lives in the home. So it has changed and evolving, but still getting better.
Okay. We were doing our prep work for this, and I read a term that was stack effect, and I was like, I have no idea what that is. I don't even know if I can ask an informed question.
Sure.
Maybe you can explain sort of what that is, what that means.
Sure. Stack effect, I think, is one of the main reasons that the building code has changed, is because we've learned how the house actually works. It breathes out of the top, so it takes a breath out of the top through soffit venting and things like that. But it has to take in air because it won't stay at low pressure. So that's where the air comes into the crawl space primarily, right? That brings air up into the house, which comes from the crawl space. They say that about 50% of what you breathe on the first floor is coming from the crawl space.
Really?
Yeah.
So I just want to understand correctly.
Wow.
So your house is sort of taking in air from the bottom and then releasing that air in the top.
Releases it to the top.
Okay.
Yeah, kind of like a chimney.
Yeah,
Okay,
got
it's
it.
also
Yeah.
called chimney effect.
Okay.
It seems like there's so many complicated and different things that go into crawl space. What kind of training do you have in place?
Wow. We train every day. Our sales team trains every day in some respect. Our production team trains every day in some respect. Our sales team, when you come on as a salesperson for us, you're going to be in training for 4 to 6 weeks before you ever see a customer.
Wow.
Okay, so we really take it seriously. Our appointment center trains, management trains. We just really believe that that is a central part of, what we should be doing.
Yeah.
Sure. And there are several crawl space companies out there. What do you think makes you unique, or what sets you apart?
Well, other than training, okay. But I think it boils down to, sure, we have great products and, we feel like the best on the market. But I think it really boils down to sitting at the kitchen table and finding out what those concerns are, asking lots of questions, what is the main concern, and then making sure that we address those concerns, not just out giving an estimate, which is pretty typical for, I say typical, but it's out there.
Sure.
Yeah.
Okay.
You talk about how annual maintenance is really important. Maybe you can speak to that a little
Yeah,
bit.
sure. Well, when we first started, there was no annual maintenance for sump pumps and things like that. Well, those things are going to fail. They're electromechanical devices, and they will fail. So how you knew when to get a new sump pump was when your basement or crawl space got flooded.
Right.
Right? So we developed this program where we would go out annually and take a look at those things, make recommendations on maybe when to replace the pump or the dehumidifier, or maybe even make recommendations to other things that we have that could help that home. So,
Yeah, certainly. Let's say folks are watching right now and they might need a crawl space solution. What's the best way for folks to reach out to you?
Well, certainly our website, arkansascrawlspace.com, is the very best way. Our main phone number is 501-329-4000, and so it's real simple.
Yeah, for sure. People can reach out to you. Thanks for joining
Yes,
us.
thanks, John.
I
Thanks for
appreciate
filling us.
y'all.
We always learn something new.
The stack effect,
Stack
also known as the chimney effect.
Chimney effect,
So now I
right.
know. Yeah. Thanks,
Thank
John.
you.
Hey, you're welcome.
Yeah.